Hi. I wish you guys could smell how good it smells out here right now. So I heard a great line in a series I started watching last night, and this chick said, and it was the series about the lies of the Duggar family. I've never seen any of their actual shows, but this chick said that when you're always forced to self-reflect, that there's never any energy left to challenge the system. And nothing could be more true. And it ties in with one of my clients recently saying to me, am I exaggerating? Was it really as bad as I think it is? Or was? And this is what every gaslit woman does to herself, where after the fact she goes, oh my God, it was me, I really was crazy. Anybody who can erode your sense of self lacks a sense of self, right? So they will literally eat your sense of self alive. And then there's nothing left of you, and you wonder why you're a hollow shell of yourself. And then when you leave and you still feel hollow, and you go, hey, oh my God, you were my reference point for reality testing all this time. And even though you were complete bullshit, the reality that you made me believe about myself or about life or about you, it was total bullshit. I can see that, but you're still my reference point, and you're still an interject in my head that is having a conversation with me about me, and it's still saying that I am the crazy one and I am exaggerating, it wasn't so bad, I should just be grateful, whatever that is. So, and I reflected to this person who said this, I was there, I know how bad it was. I don't even care if she thinks she's exaggerating. Even if she is exaggerating, it's horrible what she had to go through. I mean, I was there, I felt it, right? And I know what it's like to leave situations that are horribly toxic and go, oh my God, was it me? And I know what it's like to be a person who's literally systematically taught constantly to self-reflect. And there is something wonderful about being a self-reflective person. I love it, actually. I find it fascinating. But the only reason I have to be this way is because I was raised by somebody who had zero capacity to self-reflect. She projected, right? So, sorry, I'm getting blown up in text messages right now. I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. But that sensation of, oh my God, anybody who, and here's the thing about this, and I want you to understand, anybody who eroded you of a sense of self is not going to validate you after and be like, oh yes, that was my fault, by the way. They're never going to say you weren't crazy. They're probably always going to say you're crazy. And even if they do, I'm not going to say never ever, because I believe in miracles and I 100% see them happen every day. But 100% certainty, I'm getting eaten alive out here now, is that they will more likely and more quickly come to some sort of middle ground in reality, if you have accepted the fact that they probably never will. They're never going to validate you. So I want you to understand that the person who is making you go, oh my God, was it so bad? I want you to write a list of things, not even oh, this person's the devil, this is what he did, blah, blah, blah. Things I will not miss. Things I will not miss. And then you have that reference point, at least it's like watching a photo of yourself. I have this list. I literally probably still have it physically from 15 years ago. That at least you have this reference point. It's like looking at an old photo of yourself where you are smiling, but you knew you felt like shit. That thing that you write out and say, I will not miss this. That anchors you to a reality that nobody else can deny, because you fucking remember what you were feeling like when you were in it. You were there with yourself, right? So people will try to talk you out of the reality and think, make you think it's not so bad. You're the crazy bitch for even thinking it was that bad. Maybe you're exaggerating. And I'm here to say, I believe you. And all of the women that doubt themselves, I want you to know that it's awesome. It's a gift to be self-reflective. I appreciate it. It's the thing I appreciate most about every single one of my clients. But also, some of my clients, it is the biggest detriment that they have, because they don't let themselves be. They antagonize the shit out of their own truth. They go, oh, that's true. Well, why is that true? Why is that true? Oh, my gut said this, but why? Let me reason with this thing. And they're antagonistic to self because of their own capacity to self-reflect. They don't just honestly self-reflect. They reflect and then mutilate themselves, kind of. So I'm here to say, if you are struggling with, was it me? Am I crazy? No, crazy people make you crazy. That's a fact. I have worked in psychiatric units where I literally, and call me crazy, but I would be like, the person who's the identified patient in this system, it is wildly obvious to me, why is it not obvious to the medical system at large, that person's the sanest person in this system, right? So when this person said that when you are constantly in self-reflection mode, because you're forced to be as a person in a cult or a person in a narcissistic relationship, you lose any capacity to challenge the larger system, because you're in a loop of self-reflection of what's my part of the dance, how can I change this? And I believe that you have the power to change it, but not when you're in that loop of what am I doing wrong, how can I make this right, blah blah blah. That loop is a dangerous loop if you're in a cult system or a narcissistic system, because you have no grasp of middle ground reality. So the person who's going to make you think you exaggerated and you're full of shit, and you're the person who is, thinking that maybe you are crazy. I know I shouldn't do videos. I'm like distracted or whatever, but honestly, I got a house full of kids right now and I'm out and I'm doing it. So I'm showing up. What was I going to say about the person who is willing to actually like do that to you? I don't know, probably something along the lines that they're not like actually grounded in reality or based in reality whatsoever. So, that was it. Sam Bachman would say that they, at one point, literally got you addicted to your own ideal image, which you can never live up to, right? And then they pointed out all of the gaps between you and your ideal image. And you might have been a person to begin with, I don't know, I was always like this. I was always forced to be somewhat addicted to this ideal image of myself. But you might have been a person who was just a regular person and you accepted regularity. And that is what the healthiest people on the planet are, right? And that's what I love about my people who watch this. They're like, thank you for being a regular person. Everybody who you are inspired by, you love because you think that they're a regular person, probably. Like they're a person just like you. They get you somehow. So, being a regular person after somebody has gotten you addicted to your own internal highest image of yourself, which you don't even need to be. Like some people have a self to go back to. I wasn't that person. I had to build it from scratch, right? But that addicted image, when you're not like a motion picture character in your own life, you're just addicted to this ideal image you're never going to get to, and then they poke and poke and poke and poke at you and say, hey, look, you're not there. Hey, look, you're not there. It's you who's the crazy bitch. If you were that image, then we wouldn't be here, right? So they will literally make you doubt your own reality, and not because it's based in reality, but because they're addicted to a fantasy about you that they've gotten you addicted to. And then you go, oh my God, because they're my anchor test for reality. Like they show me what's real because I trust this person for some ungodly reason, or this person at least like pays me mind, so I am paying them mind back. They're living in a fantasy that they're trying to engage you in. And then when that fantasy drops, you have to understand the bubble bursts and your mind is going to go, I don't even know what to do. Like this person was my anchor point for reality. What do I even do? Who is now? Right? That's the problem with a codependent person. Who's my anchor for reality now? I need a new one. And you don't realize yet that new one is the self that this person has literally robbed you of, right? But I'm really good at helping with that. So the point is, you won't need another person like that to dictate in your inner world as if they're God who you are. Because that person, obviously, who made you corrode yourself of yourself, did that. They dictated as if they were God inside of your own mind who you are in your essential self. And then they robbed you of all of those essential pieces while they were acting like they were doing it for your benefit. And what I'm here to say is you probably weren't exaggerating. and make a list of what you will not miss about this situation. It doesn't even have to be insane. It doesn't have to be like brutal about this person. It doesn't even have to be about the other person. Just write the things that you will not miss, so you have something to anchor to in reality when you actually are out of this situation, so you don't have to go, oh my God, was it really so bad? Was I exaggerating? Because even if you are exaggerating, even if you're only half exaggerating and you think that it's shitty, it's probably shitty, right? All right. Hope this makes sense. Bye.